Watching the South African morning, and how's this for an inspirational story? It hasn't been an easy road for Nonhlanhla Mnisi. Her father died before she was even born, and she lost her mother at the tender age of 12. But the Soweto-born writer, producer and director didn't let that stop her.
Absolutely. By the time she was 28, she had already published 8 books and now boasts 11 titles and the Golden Key International Award. Well, Mnisi now is off to the prestigious New York Film Academy to study film and cinematography. But she joins us now to give us a bit of a background and to let us in if we could be in her bag. You know, when she flies off to the United States, because I need to be in that bag. Nonhlanhla, welcome to eNCA. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I mean, I know that your background starts off in finance. You actually even have an honors in business management. So how did you then end up in the arts?
Many years ago, there's one woman, May Von Khame, asked me a question as to what would you do even if you're not getting paid for it? And for me, that was writing. For me, that was talking, storytelling. I can tell you a story all day, all long, you know. So for me, at that time, I wasn't between, you know, my career lanes. And I had started writing. And, you know, it started off as a passion, you know, but at the end of the day, it sort of like became purpose in a way for me, because that then became the ultimate route that I took, because I felt like I could give more voice. Well, I best express myself in writing.
Right.
And I didn't see myself doing numbers for more years, in a way, because I was a great analyst, and yeah, I didn't see the future that I was.
And you certainly got experiences to draw from, because it wasn't an easy journey, was it? I mean, one stage you found yourself homeless.
Yes, yes. Sure. In fact, it happened 3 times in 7 years. The worst one was earlier this year, wherein, because, you know, you're a freelancer, you're trying to get by and all that, and life happens, and you've depleted all your friends, they've paid for your rent, they've done this, they've done that, and, you know, you just have to say, where to from here? And this time around, I just decided, I'm not going to say anything to anyone. And I just took that route, you know, and I had to find my routine in the process, you know, just to say, okay, so where do you sleep tonight? You know, what do you do tomorrow? And for me, what worked was I would sleep in a parking in Randburg. I would sleep McDonald's, Craig Hall, Bramfisher, at some point, you know, your security neighborhood houses, you know, and at that time I joined boxing just so I could have a place to shower, you know, between Monday and Saturdays. So yeah, you do find your routine when life happens to you, and really sometimes you never know that, you know, there's more to life, but you just have that strength to keep on going. Yeah.
Nonhlanhla, you've drawn from your very, very sad life experiences in a lot of your books. What message are you trying to teach people in your writings?
Perhaps resilience. You know, that sometimes when people see us, they don't know the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, the same way when we see you guys sitting here, we don't know that you leave your homes at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, you do this, you know, we don't know the routine, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes for you to be or to present the end product, you know. So I think that's what it is for me, and I often tell my story not really for pity, but, you know, just to encourage someone to say that not everything is as it seems. You know, people see the things that which we post on social media, and they think, oh no, you know, and whereas truth is, you know, no one makes it solo in life. You all need people. I mean, as I was coming here this morning, I thought it's time for me to write one book, probably going to be book 12, which I'm going to title A Producer's Guide in Relation to Reality. Just to say that in our lives, we are who we are because someone was behind the scenes producing our lives in one way or the other, because you definitely need a destiny helper. Every dream needs a destiny helper.
That's so true. And I mean, speaking of your titles, you mentioned about it. I mean, South African Morning, here we are interviewing an 11 title holder, and there's a 12th one coming along the way, on the drive to the South African Morning, just to plug that in. But how have those books been received? Because the intention is good, the intention is there. But for those who have read your books, how have they received it?
So I think, once again, with time, so last year, early this year, I got the Department of Basic Education that ordered 4 titles. They approved them to be distributed to libraries, so we're just waiting to see as to how many, you know, in terms of quantity, because then money is in quantity, you know, to see as to how is it going to go. Because when it comes to distribution, so yes, it's been some of the titles, I think up until book 5, they've been distributed to your bookstores, your CNA exclusive and all that, but the reality of the matter is that you don't make money out of those those things. It's just good marketing. My book would sell for 200 at exclusive, and I'll get 57 rands per copy.
Wow.
You know, so it's just a marketing game, really.
Sure.
I don't know at what point, but maybe as time goes on, maybe you do get to see, you know, value for your money, and hence, I guess, this project where you know, like, okay, how can I best make this work for me, in a way?
And the NYFA, I mean, why there?
In fact, I applied to 3 universities, and I got accepted to 2. The other one, I decided against it. It was in Florida, and I thought, okay, I'll be daydreaming there in Miami, maybe not. I got in at Chicago Columbia College, and the NYFA, obviously, because I think I've been following quite a number of people's journey, and for me, that would be to say, where best can I equip myself? You know, I don't have a background in writing or directing or producing, really. It is a passion, and I mean, I even came up with a title to say that vision plus passion equals to purpose, because I came to a point where I just sort of like fumbled into writing, you know, by default, because I started writing when I used to write about HIV and AIDS, you know, because my mom died through that, you know, so I would be cursing this disease and all that, but through pain, I ended up finding purpose, you know, as I continued writing, and I was like, actually, you know, because you start getting feedback and all that. So NYFA really is because for me, there's no any other better place in the world to go to right now. It's a master's, it's 2 years. You know, you look at the alumni that have been there, you know, you look at where the people are working, Grey's Anatomy, and I just go crazy.
Yeah.
So Jane, you're going to make me go crazy now, right?
Now, you are off to the Academy, and it cannot be cheap, you know, to study at the New York Film Academy.
Yeah.
I know some of the fees are paid for. How do you plan to accumulate the rest of the funds?
So we've come up with a book drive. A friend of mine and I, we just put together an idea to say that, how about, you know, we use what you have, you know, the resources, so it's more like, look within, what do you have, you know, and I've got books, you know, how about we use what we have to make an income? So the idea is to sell 1,000 book combos. It's going to be from book 1 to book 8, and the price is like 1,185, really, and the idea is to say, let us reach masses with these books and use the very same books to accumulate, you know, the sponsorship that which I need, because the Academy has only given me about $40,000 US dollars, you know, which is, you know, and I need to raise a 50,000 difference. So that's 40%. I still need 60%, you know. So I said to myself, it's 2 years that I need to spend that side doing this program, and you know, and for me to live a comfortable life, you know, probably am gonna need, you know, quite a lot of money. So these books, the 1,000 combos, are going to make sure that I live a comfortable life, and I don't get there and, you know, I have to hustle again. I think time for hustling and barely making it.
It will happen. But I love the destiny in a sense that it's the books that you're using to take you to school. And I think that there's some destiny there. There's a purpose there that is through these book combos that you have in this drive that will take you there. Now, for all our viewers that are watching right now, and I think in G's, already you've acquired that 40% from the New York Film Academy. They've seen something in you for them to even award you that 40% bursary. It's up to South Africans now to assist you with that 60% in raising the balance. How can they get a hold of you? Because you've told us that it will be about 8 books. It's 1,185 to buy all 8 books in a combo to support you and your destiny going to Los Angeles to study even further for 2 years. But if they're wondering how do I reach you, Nonhlanhla? How do we do that?
So definitely on all social media platforms. You know, and an email address I think is more preferable, so it would be my email, mnisi@gmail.com. But yeah, you know, we do have, in fact, I even have some of, you know, the guys in the entertainment industry who've got a social capital, you know, whom I've reached out to say, can you please help? You know, and others are like, I'm going to buy. I mean, DJ Lamia's the other day, like, I'm definitely buying, you know. I've got, you know, a Penny Libiano said, we're going to be there to support, you know. So I've got a, you know, Tuli Tabet, a family, you know, Tabet, you know, Mama Yvonne Chakach. I've got quite a lot of people who are saying, we're coming on board, let us know what you need, you know. So I think with that, you know, said, and friends of mine, you know, who've really been supportive and who've helped me carry the vision, Amanda Machetza, you know, there's quite a lot. Patricia Dlamini was the first person to post about this combo, you know, and it's really, you know, those little things that which help you to draw strength from.
Yeah.
For you to say, okay, so there's definitely hope. You know,
What
I
a
was
lady.
looking at the story of the lady Julie Gold, who wrote the song From a Distance. You know, God is watching us. God is, you know, the journey of that woman is so amazing. You know, that she started off a career in 85, and you know, and she started doing the writing of songs, you know, as a freelance situation.
Right.
And years later, you know, firstly, even though the song was doing so well, because it was first sang by an eNCA lady, you know, and it didn't take out well up until Bit Middle came in, and you know, there's so much in that to say that sometimes you have this dream, but you definitely need a destiny helper. So yes, I definitely need South Africans to assist with this dream.
And you know us, we come through.
We come to you.
You know us.
Absolutely. They
With
will
our
not
own.
let you down.
With our own.
Yeah, we won't
are
let you
there.
down.
Yeah, we'll be there with the flags at the airport and to receive and take you to LA. You know how we do it, Mus. Thank you so much,
Appreciate it.
Nonhlanhla Mnisi, for
All the best,
joining us.
Nonhlanhla.
Sure, what an inspiring
Amazing.
story.
Just also says a lot about just the timing of things. You know, sometimes you have to go through the very most to reap the benefits of going through the very most. Like, I was thinking about, while Nonhlanhla was speaking, I was thinking about acclaimed author Toni Morrison. She wrote her first book at 38, you know, and look what a hugely popular author she is. It's just really a lot about timing most of the time.
It is. It is indeed.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, let's talk some